said to me, Dr. Bethany Marshall, that makes
All right. Shalom, Yasharala. Giving infinite honors to our Heavenly Father and our great King, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Harakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and other bishops, a great millstone. A salutation to my fellow laborers in the Mashak Yahweh Shai, pushing his beloved doctrine across the four winds in his final hour. Shalom. All right. This clip angered me when I seen it. It was this woman, this demon Edomite dog, Nancy Gray, Grace, however you pronounce her name. She was speaking on the Diddy trial, but it was something she said that tweaked my curiosity. And what that was what she's about to say, what I'm about to play. That's how all Edomites look at us, and they don't understand that we're in this condition because we sinned against our Lord. She's about to say some condescending shit, and this is how the vast majority of all Edomites look at the tribe of Judah. They look at us like charity cases, fatherless and motherless children that are animalistic. And it's true. It's true, but they look at it like they don't have nothing to do with the condition our people are in, and they don't know that they're going to drink of that same cup, okay? I'm going to play this clip and show how the Lord is going to switch this dynamic, all right? These curses that are cleaving us is going to cleave to them in the coming days, all right? So without further ado, I'm going to play this clip and just listen to how arrogant, condescending, and she try to play like she's concerned. But this is how the vast majority of them look at us.
makes me feel for these children even more so because they never had what I had. Of course, I grew up on a red dirt road, drinking water from a well my grandfather dug in the backyard, okay? But you know what I did have? I had a mother that took care of me and a father. Both of them worked all.
So she's saying, what she's basically saying, I had stability. I had a two-parent home, and we had love. Most of these little niggers like Diddy and such, they don't have that. But they take out of consideration what happened to us in slavery. They don't even link that up what happened to us during slavery, how they just destroyed the family nucleus for us, okay? And then when we came back together as a family after slavery through Jim Crow, all right, then they start educating our children, all right, they start westernizing our children. So even if they was in our house, their education started polluting our children, okay? Making them defiled, turning them into fucking Grecians, man, all right? And they just look at us like charity cases. Listen to this bitch, man.
All day into the night, came home, had supper with us, and they were there for me. I mean, it ain't easy for my dad to work on the railroad and my mom to work at a factory, right? But they did. But we had love. These children never had that constant in their life. Now they're sitting in their dad's felony trial. A lot of people have asked me, wow, how do you feel about Christian Combs putting you on a diss track? I didn't see it that way at all. I didn't see it as a diss at all. I saw it as an adult son trying to take up for his father. And I actually feel bad that they're in that position.
I do too, Nancy. They've been raised in a culture of sex abuse, of violence, a culture of narcissism, guns, multiple mothers, half siblings. You know, it's just a very confusing environment. And, you know, this is going to be a therapeutic experience for them sitting.
You see, like, look at it. Half mother, and that show you that they it was by design for them to break up the family. You see, and that's how they look at you Jakes, man. All right, listen to this bitch. Bitch really ain't lying, but that's how they look at us, man. Just say they came from a broken home
environment, and you know this is going to be a therapy raised in.
You feel bad that they're in that position.
I do too, Nancy. They've been raised in a culture of sex abuse, of violence, a culture of narcissism, guns, multiple mothers, half siblings. You know, it's just a very confusing environment. And, you know, this is going to be a therapeutic experience for them sitting in court because they have to.
See, and hey, see, you see how they looking at us like we're a byword. This is the scriptures jumping off the book. The curses jumping off the book. Let me get them. All right. They're looking at us like we are bywords, okay? Like we fucking monkeys, like we are cursed. But that's the scriptures. They don't understand the dynamics of the scriptures. He came from a narcissistic homes around guns, half brothers. All right. The only half brother you're supposed to have, a half sister you're supposed to have is supposed to go from the father. When your mother you have a half sister or brother from a mother, that's off. That's going against the scriptures. All right. As long as your father is alive, your mother is only supposed to be with him. She ain't supposed to go and have no child for no other person. Okay. That really and you know, a lot of us born out of those type of households, they're really supposed to get put to death when you bring in an heir through another seed. That's supposed to get purged out of Israel. But this is what you hear her doing, man. She's looking at us as a byword. What that scripture at? Where that precept at? All right, here we go. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 28. We're gonna be in here, okay? We're gonna be here for a minute after looking at that clip. Yahweh shall smite thee with madness, blindness, and astonishment of heart. All right. And that's how these people look at us. They look at us like we're blind madmen and women. Okay. They look at us like we're bywords. Okay. Oh, for poor fucking homeless nigger. Oh, poor fucking nigger. That's what they're saying about Diddy's kids. But on a broad scale, this is how Edomites look at us. Okay. But they don't take into consideration by what their ancestors have done to us. What their ancestors done to us is the reason we're in that condition, and they're gonna drink up that cup that we're drinking of. All right, poor fucking nigga. That's how we're gonna be like in the kingdom. Poor fucking Edomite, fucking caveman Edomite. Don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Can't read, can't spell. Got lice all over him. You know the curses are gonna come on them. All right, and this is what we're seeing. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high. You see, they up there very high, looking down on us. Nancy Grace and that Edomite dog that's up there with it, they're very high, looking down on our people. Okay, boasting about how they grew up in a 2-parent home. Both of their parents worked, and they gave them a lot of love. All right, but Diddy kids didn't have that. They grew up in a narcissistic household with half brothers and half sisters. Oh shit! You know, just shitting on them. That the family nucleus was broke. Different women and men coming in. All right, and thou shalt come down very low. You see, we very low because the Edomites out of the table of nations, they're the lords of the low. Okay. They're the basis of men, according to the book of Daniel, okay? And they have become very high and we become very low. This is what happened when you transgress the law of Yahweh by Shema Shai, man. Okay? And that's what they're looking at. They're looking at the condition of our people as a whole, not just Diddy. All right, and looking down upon us, okay? And they don't realize it's the curses, and the Lord is going to take these curses off of us. That's what they don't know. There will be a paradigm. There is a paradigm shift going on planet Earth right now. And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body. That's not what I wanted. All right. I'm going to skip down to, I'm going to skip down to that. Hey, it's going to get that bad. Fuck. All right, and thou shalt eat the fruit. I'm gonna start at verse 452. All right, it ain't low as it's gonna get. All right, with our people. Deuteronomy 20 and 52, and he shall besiege thee in thy gates. This is talking about the coming martial law, the cup of Jacob's trouble. All right, this devil's gonna try to cut us off as a nation. He's gonna besiege you in every neighborhood that you dwell. All right, if you're in suburbia or in the hood, it don't matter. He coming for you if you're an Israelite. Until the high fence walls coming down, wherein thou trusteth throughout all the land. He shall besiege thee in thy gates throughout all the land which the Lord thy power have given thee. And the Assyrians did that in the ancient world, and the Babylonians. But the modern day Assyrians and Babylonians are going to do that again. All right, history will repeat itself. And thou shalt eat the fruit of thy own body, the flesh of thy son and thy daughters. All right. Well, she's talking about, saying how dysfunctional the Israelite family is. All right, it's going to get more dysfunctional because Jake gonna start starving to death, and they're going to eat their children. All right, things are going to happen in this final hour that's going to be told to you, and you wouldn't believe it if you didn't see it. Shit going to get told, you're going to have your ears tingling, which Yahweh thy power have given thee in the siege, in the straightness. In the siege and straightness is Jacob's trouble. All right, and it's upon us, wherewith thy enemies shall distress thee. And see, that's what she don't know. Our people are in this condition because of what our enemies have done to us, okay? And it's ultimately because we transgress these beautiful laws, okay? But the Lord's anger would not be perpetual. That's what they don't know. Our condition is not always going to be like this, okay? All right? I'm going to skip up to verse 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, and thou shalt not enjoy them. You see? That's what she's talking about. A fucked up family unit. All right? The Lord is all about family and teaching your children his ways, okay? For they shall go into captivity. And in captivity, what happens is we've been in captivity? We've been Hellenized, okay? That's worse than being on the fucking slave plantation. When you're Hellenized and you think like this devil, long as you calling him whitey and a devil, you're in your right mind. But when you want to start conforming and being like him, you're defeated. All right? You're dead. This Deuteronomy 6 and 7. And it reads, all right? Never forget these commandments that I've given you today. All right? And this is what happened. We forgot them. That's why this devil got above us, and that's why Nancy Grace is talking shit like that, because we got away from these commandments. Teach them to your children. Repeat them when you're at home and when you're away, and when you're resting and when you are working. Tie them on your arms and wear them on your foreheads as a reminder. And this is an example what happens when you don't do that, okay? All right, this is an example what happens when you don't do that. You're gonna have to hear shit like this. You get in a condition like this.
But we had love. These children never had that constant in their life. Now they're sitting in their dad's felony
because they didn't have that constant love. Because why? All right, we got away from the commandments. All right, we forgot the commandments that I've given you today. All right, these commandments, this is love. All right, keeping of the commandments is love. This is love. We got away from love, okay? And what happened? We became profane like the heathen round about us. All right? We didn't teach them to our children. We started teaching our children the ways of the heathen, Christmas, Easter, all right? Democracy, all right? Just pure Satanism, all right? Repeat them when you're at home. You're supposed to learn these scriptures, all right? Meditate on these scriptures and teach them to your children. And when you are away and when you're resting, when you are working, you're supposed to meditate on it and live by it. And that's what keeps your family intact, okay? But we got away from them. We got away from that, okay? Tie them on your arms and wear them on the foreheads as a reminder, all right? And that's putting that blood on your doorpost, all right? Keep it on what's that scripture? Keep your eyes single, all right? Keep your eyes single. That's what we are supposed to be doing. All right. What else I got over here? Okay. Go back to Deuteronomy. See, and these devils don't understand Deuteronomy like vocab Malone. Okay. He don't understand these scriptures. We understand why we're in the it say the elect have obtained, Israel have not seeked what they're looking for. The elect have obtained it, but the rest were blinded. We know why we're in this condition, and we know with this condition, the Lord likened it to a light affliction compared to the glorious riches and immortality and gifts he's going to give us in the kingdom of heaven. This small potatoes compared to what's in store for us. And it reads, verse 54, so that the man that is tender among you, all right, a man that's loving, understanding, all right, loves his family, and very desolate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother. All right. This is what happens when you get outside the commandments. The commandments teach you how to love your brother. That's the second greatest commandment. We got away from that. We got away from the old path. That's why we're in this downtrodden state. And toward the wife of your bosom. See the family unit. All right. These curses are cleaving to us. That's why they could say what the fuck they saying on that video. And toward the remnant of his children where he shall leave. All right. And the man is not in the household. All right. Because of the system this devil has put into play. Okay. Our family unit is broken up because we got away from the commandments. We broke the covenant. And then this devil raised up. The Lord let this devil raise up to put a system in place to take the man out of the family, to destroy the Israelite family nucleus, all right? So they could lord over us and hiss at us, okay? And say, look at these fucking niggers, okay? And this is what you see right here. This is what you see right here. These damn demons.
Trial. A lot of people have asked me, wow, how do you feel about Christian Combs putting you on a diss track? I didn't see it that way at all. I didn't see it as a diss at all. I saw it as an adult son trying to take up for his father. And I actually feel bad that they're in that position.
No, bitch.
I do too, Nancy. They've been raised in a culture of sex abuse, of violence, a culture of narcissism, guns, multiple mothers, half siblings. It's just a very confusing environment. And, this is going to be a therapeutic experience for them sitting in court because they have to take in all kinds of information.
All right. Now this is what they don't know. Okay. All right. Now, just like they're talking about us, saying all those ill-mannered things, because this is how all Edomites look at us. All right. But we living in beautiful times. The prophets, the brothers that are in the know, all right, we know that the paradigm shift is real. Okay. This is Isaiah, like how they having this news cast, looking at us like bywords. Oh, poor fucking niggers. They never had a chance. Their dad was a narcissist, a freakazoid, and their mother died and all that shit. Okay. That was because the curses cleaved us for insubordination, for transgression of law. But let's see what the Holy Bible has to say what's going to eventually happen. Okay, this is Isaiah 51:22. Thus saith Yahweh, and the power that pleaded the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling. These curses, the cup of trembling is these curses. Okay, the Lord is taking it out of his elect man's hand. Even the dregs of the cup of my fury. And what's that? Those curses you read. What I just read from Deuteronomy 28:15-68. Broken up families. The mother is not tender and delicate towards her children. The man, your eye is evil towards your brother. And these Edomite bimbos can get up and just be like, oh, poor fucking niggers. All right, that's that cup of trembling. Let's see what the Lord is going to say. That's the Lord cup of fury. All right, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again. All right. So the Lord is going to take us out of hell and he's going to bring us into the kingdom of heaven. All right. And we're not going to never be cursed like we are ever again. But let's see what the Lord says he's going to do in verse 23. But I will put it in the hand of them that afflict thee. All right. Who are the ones that afflict thee? These red Hebrew Edomites, them bitches that we looking at right there, which have said to thy soul. That's what they said on this clip. Bow down that we may go over. All right. They're looking at us like we ain't shit. Poor fucking niggers. Nancy say, I didn't grow up like that. We had love in my house, okay? All right? All right? Well, they about to drink that cup. Their family's about to be broken up. Everything that we went through, they're about to go through. And thou has laid the body as the ground, all right? And what did they do is lay the body as the ground? They use us to build up their kingdom, okay? They put us in hardcore slavery. They dealt with us in the ill fashion. We're going to do that with them. And it's the street to them that went over. We're going to do it to them. Get down, nigger. Get down, you goddamn devil, because they the real niggas. All right? We're going to use them as steps. All right? We're going to walk on them like old boy did in the movie 300. Okay? And they don't know it yet, but it's coming. And our family nucleus is going to flourish, man. All right? The Lord is going to take these curses out for us, and he's putting it on them. This is Jeremiah. The beloved prophet Jeremiah. All right. Chapter 49. Let me get straight to the point. And 17. All right. And it reads, also Edom. All right. These are the Edomites. Edomite dog bitches. Bitch look like she full of plastic surgery. All right. Also, Edom shall be a desolation. See, we're a desolation. The curses is what made us a desolation. All right. That desolation goes into you not being having a dominion no more and your enemies ruling over you. And they're ultimately going to be a desolation after 1,000 years because we're going to destroy them, annihilating them off the planet Earth. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished. See, they're astonished at us, right? What they're doing to us, we're going to do it to them. And shall hiss at the plagues thereof. We're going to see them plagues on them, and we're going to be like, ooh, the Lord sure fuck their asses up. God damn, that Edomite stink. Oh, look at the condition the motherfuckers in. Shit, the Lord fucked over. We're going to do the same thing to them. All right? When you look at Sodom and Gomorrah, this bitch, America, this bitch going to be so fucked up. You're going to be like, ooh, the Lord ain't play with their wicked asses. Okay? And that's how they looking at us. That's what, on that video, basically, that's what that's how they look at the vast, at all of us Jakes, the vast majority of us, okay? They're hissing at us, all right? They are stoned at the condition. Man, I didn't even know people live like that. Poor fucking kids, all right? But the Lord is about to, hey, the kingdom of heaven is upon us, man, all right? The Lord putting his house back in order, all right? He's teaching us order. He's teaching us how to be family men, all right? He's teaching us what love really is. And he's taking that cup of trembling away from us, all right? That's why we got this truth. He's blowing that breath of life back in us, okay? And we about to flourish. The family unit is going to flourish, man. All right? This is Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 21. Thy people shall be all righteous. You see? The Lord is going to bless our family. See this shit this bitch talking right here? All right, it's really demeaning and it is disrespectful, but it's not going to be like this, okay? It's real disrespectful.
Ask me, wow, how do you feel about Christian Combs putting you on a diss track? I didn't see it that way at all. I didn't see it as a diss at all. I saw it as an adult son trying to take up for his father. And I actually feel bad that they're in that position.
No, you don't, bitch.
I do too, Nancy. They've been raised in a culture of sex abuse, of violence, a culture of narcissism, guns, multiple mothers, half siblings. It's just a very...
Ain't nothing wrong with having a man having multiple wives, because we're going to have multiple wives, all right? It's fucked up when a woman has multiple baby daddies. That's what's fucked up. That's what's off. Okay? But they just look at us like we ain't shit. But the Lord, and we not, the vast majority of the nation, but the Lord say, thy people shall be all righteous. You see, they're not going to be able to say that about us. All right? We're going to marry virgins. The family nucleus is going to be put back in play. The man is going to be the king of his castle. Our children are going to be orderly. Respectfully, they're gonna honor us, man. Okay, they're gonna be healthy, well nourished. They're gonna fear the Lord. They shall inherit the land forever. You see, it's not gonna be like it is now. We're gonna be broadcasting news on how low they are. The branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I might be glorified. Okay, and when you rear your family in the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shema Shai, you glorify him by doing that. You show him you love him by doing that. And the family unit is going to flourish again. A little one will become 1,000, okay? And a small one, a strong nation. See, the Lord going to take these curses off of us, all right? And Yahweh hasten it in his time, okay? They're not going to be able to speak all ill of us like that no more, all right? The Lord is cleaning us up, man. The Lord is cleaning us up. For real, for real. This is Sirach chapter 30. All right? And this is what the Lord doing right now. Okay? Sirach 31. He that loveth his son, causing him often to feel the rod. You see? That's what the elder apostles are doing with us right now. They teach us in the way that we should go, and we go off. Our elder brothers in the various camps, the brothers that's over you, you go off. Brothers cause you to fear the rod, because the Lord discipline those he loves. All right, he's teaching us the right way that we should do things, that he might have joy of him in the end. You see, in the end is the kingdom of heaven. He that endure to the end will be delivered. Okay, so we go through these trials and tribulations right now. So in the end, man, we could rule. Okay. He that chasteth his son shall have joy in him, you see, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance. This is a house that is in order, all right? He that teaches his son grieving the enemy. And when we start, like right now, how we've waken up and we are teaching our children, westernization is demonic, Christmas is pagan, the way of the heathen, we shouldn't do that. That pisses these heathens off, okay? We don't want to put our children in their schools anymore. That pisses them off, man. He that teaches his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him. All right. That's what we're going to be doing, man. We're not going to have to discipline our children in the kingdom of heaven, because the laws are going to be in their inward parts, and they're going to be perfect, man. Okay? They're going to be perfect. Nobody's going to speak ill of us. Everybody's going to be at awe of us in the kingdom of heaven, man. Okay? This is let's go back to Deuteronomy, to the blessings. Okay? That incense killing me. Goodness. All right, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 2. And all these blessings, you see, the Lord is going to bless our family, the whole nation of Israel, man, from the least to the greatest of us. And all these blessings shall come upon thee and overtake thee, okay? And thou shalt, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, all right? This is for the Lord's elect men. Blessed thou shalt be in the city, and blessed thou shalt be in the field. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body. Talking about your children, all right? Bless the fruit of thy ground and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kind and the flocks of thy sheep. Okay? So when your children are blessed, all right, that means your children are submitting to Yahweh B'Shem Shai. And when your children is submitting to Yahweh B'Shem Shai and have the fear of the Lord, all right, we're going to be blessed coming in and coming out, man. All right? And we won't have to hear Nancy Grace say bullshit like that. Look at us like we are bywords and insignificant. Okay? Those days are coming to an end. Fuck did it. He wicked anyway. But I bought that out because that's how the vast majority of that's how they think of us, man. Real talk. I grew up around these devils. Okay. That's how they look at us. They look at us like we just a bunch of charity cases. All right. Sirach 3 and 9. For the blessing of the father established the house of the children. You see, the elect brothers. Hey, we're gonna know how the Lord is teaching us how to rule. All right. The Lord is teaching us how to command our households to come up in fear and trembling and the sincerity towards him. The mistakes that we made to get in this pit, all right, the Lord is showing us the path of life so we'll never have to get in that pit again. All right, we've learned how to build up a church. If you learn how to build up the church, you're gonna know how to deal with your household. This is what the Spirit does to you, the Spirit of truth. It teaches you how to command your household, command everything that's round about you. But the curse of the mother, root of our foundation. The Spirit of the Lord also teaches you what type of woman to deal with. Okay, a certain type of woman you're not going to get yoked to. Okay, but I brought it out for the beginning of that verse. For the blessing of the father shall establish the house of the children. Okay, we're not going to hear this bimbo, even though she sounded funny when she was doing it. She was just going in. Nah, this is about to be over with.
Red dirt road, drinking water from a well my grandfather dug in the backyard. Okay,
your grandfather.
But you know what I did have? I had a mother that took care of me and a father. Both of them worked all.
The vast majority of Jake don't have mothers and fathers in the same houses because of the curses. The curses coming out for us, you demons.
All day into the night, came home, had supper with us, and they were there.
And what she said, most niggers don't have that. They don't have a parent to go to work, come home, spend time with them, talk to them, tell them things that they should not, and should do. All right. A lot of kids in my generation, I'm an 80s baby, was raised off of BET and MTV, man. Your mama was out in the their mamas was out in the club. Okay. Now my mother and father was home, but I see how a great number of my homeboys were raised. Their mothers wasn't there. They were left to their own devices. They didn't even know their fathers. That's the vast majority of our nation, man. All right. And these devils look at us like we ain't shit, man.
For me. I mean, it ain't easy for my dad to work on the railroad and my mom to work at a factory, right? But they did. But we had love. These children never had that constant in their life. Now they're sitting in their dad's felony trial. A lot of people have asked me, wow, how do you feel about Christian Combs putting you on a diss track? I didn't see it that way at all. I didn't see it as a diss at all. I saw it as an adult.
She look at it as publicity. She don't care. She really don't care. She look at it as publicity. She can capitalize out there and get more views, make more money off of that.
Old son trying to take up for his father, and I actually feel bad that they're in that position.
I do too, Nancy. They've been raised in a culture of sex abuse, of violence, a culture of narcissism, guns, multiple mothers, half siblings. It's just a very confusing environment. And, this is going to be a therapeutic experience for them sitting in.
Man, going to your father's court date is not a very therapeutic experience, man. Okay. But I got the point across. I got a video I'm going to let play. And then I'm going to cut it off. So I'm about to salute you. I'm going to get infinite honors to our Heavenly Father and our great King, Yahweh, by Shem Shai, by Shem Harakakadash, double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops, a great millstone, and salutation to my fellow ladies in the Mashak Yahweh Shai, Kwame Yasharala, Baba Ba. Now, this is going to be our family unit. This is what we have to look for. Okay? Fuck them. This is what we got to look for. All right, this is what we holding fast for. These prophecies, man. We believe this is going to come to pass. Our families are going to be glorious in the kingdom of heaven. All right, one shall become 1,000. One shall become a great nation, man. Our houses are going to be in order, man. Our houses are getting in order right now because we fear the Lord now, man. Fuck them.
Thy hand upon the lad, neither do thou anything unto him. For now I know that thou fearest Yahweh. Do you hear that? Right here proves what? The Lord is trying to see if you fear him. You're supposed to learn from this. You're supposed to take that out of the scripture. Let's read that again. For now I know that thou fearest Yahweh. That's what it's all about. Hear the conclusion of the whole matter. It says, seeing thou hast not withheld thy son, thy only son from me. That also lets you know the things you love the most in this world, man. If you give it up for the Lord, man, that's big to the Lord. That's a big deal. And it doesn't mean you have to give it up. Maybe you just put it in the proper order. You take care of your spiritual business, then you deal with that or this or whatever it may be. I want to point that out. Let's go to verse 13. It says, and Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, behind him a ram caught in the thicket by his horns. And Abraham went and took the ram and offered him up for a burnt offering instead of his son. And Abraham called the name of the place Yahweh, as it was said to this day, in the mount of the Lord it shall be seen. And the angel of the Lord called unto Abraham out of heaven the second time, and said, by myself I have sworn, saith the Lord Yahweh, for because thou hast done this thing, and hast.
See, we're gonna the kingdom of heaven gonna be glorious. All that shit Nancy Grace talked on that clip is gonna be the complete opposite, man. We're gonna have thousands of children. Our house is gonna be in order. All right. We are by word right now. They can laugh right now, but they're gonna cry later. When we going through broken up households, broken nucleus, it's not gonna be like that in the kingdom of heaven. This is a beautiful depiction how it's gonna be. Our kids are gonna be royal. They're gonna have the laws engrafted in them. They're not gonna sin. They're gonna be perfect, and we're gonna have a beautiful household, palaces, and it's gonna be nothing but love. The Lord, when He say He's gonna wipe our tears away, He's gonna wipe our tears away, man. All right. They don't understand that cup of trembling is getting taken out of our hands. It's gonna be put in their hands, man.
has not withheld thy son, thy only son, that in blessing I will bless thee. Now it comes to verse 17. That's why he did it, right there. So you was willing to give up your only son. Because of that, I'm going to multiply your seed as the stars of heaven. Talk about a lot of sons, man. Millions on top of millions. I'll put it that way. Back at verse 17, that in blessing I will bless thee, and in I will multiply thy seed as the stars of the heaven, and as the sand which is upon the seashore, and thy seed shall possess the gate of his enemies. You see that? So that's why, right there.
And they say we're gonna possess the gates of our enemies, man. So they're gonna drink of that cup we drank. We're gonna flourish. All right, our children is gonna have slaves. All right, it's just gonna the kingdom of heaven. It's gonna be beautiful, and we're not gonna even be condescending over them. It's just gonna be our proper estate. We're gonna rule over them. All right, and we're gonna be the 1,000 years. We're gonna be extremely hard on them. Then the other nations, we're gonna deal with them fairly, man. Okay, they're still gonna pay tribute and pay draft to us. All right, but the kingdom of heaven, our families are gonna be perfected, perfect. So they could talk this shit all they want, man. All right, the kingdom of heaven is upon us. So shalom.